Well, it is a big problem here in Arizona and across the country. And tonight, President Trump says he is prepared to declare a national emergency to fight the opioid crisis. He says that he is getting documents ready to finalize his decision. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie leads a drug commission and made that recommendation to declare a national emergency. And that would step up resources to fight the drug problem. It is blamed for 142 deaths each day.
This is one of the few times that a national emergency has been called when it wasn't a natural disaster. So this is pretty unusual. And since 1999, overdoses to opiates have quadrupled. So the numbers speak to a very, very serious problem.
Also tonight, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey says he is extending his executive order requiring the state to step up its reporting of opioid overdoses in real time. Since June 15, there have been more than 1,400 suspected opioid overdoses in Arizona alone, and of those, 206 people died. As Fox's Will Carr reports, Border Patrol agents say they're seeing more of the drug fentanyl enter the U.S. from Mexico this year.
The whole thing is a nightmare for the country, this epidemic of opioid addiction.
During a recent bust at the Mexican border, 4 blue bricks tested positive for fentanyl, the opioid that is 30 to 50 times stronger than heroin. So dangerous, law enforcement officers have to wear full hazmat suits just to handle it. So far this year, federal authorities have seen more of the drug that's killing Americans at a dramatic rate pouring across the border.
We have seen a doubling over 2016.
Deputy U.S. Attorney Mark Conover and DEA Special Agent Amy Roderick believe that's a direct result of the cartels ramping up their fentanyl production. Instead of importing it from China, they've now set up labs in Mexico.
You can smuggle a lot less fentanyl and spread it out into a lot more kilograms than you can with traditional heroin.
More than 70% of the fentanyl coming into the United States is coming through this port of entry. Authorities say the numbers are only going to continue to spike. And it's hard to test in the field. Since most fentanyl is mixed with other drugs, federal authorities are forced to send seizures to DEA testing labs where there are major backups.
Oftentimes, things that presumptively tested positive for cocaine or heroin, it turns out are actually fentanyl when it gets back to the lab, but we don't find out for months.
To combat the loads of fentanyl coming across the border, prosecutors in California plan to start charging dealers who know the drugs are deadly with murder, and they're confident it'll hold up in court. In San Diego, Will Carr, Fox News.